Taido lessons. Hello, I'm Amir. Today we will do part 2 of Unsoku Happo. Of course, it's important that you do part 1 first, because that's about the feet, the actual footwork, and that's the most important aspect of Unsoku Happo. But once you kind of get to know that part, it's time to learn the upper body, what to do with the hands. Before we get into it, let me just show a couple of moves that you should be familiar with before we can do the actual steps. One is the changing of the hands. So if you have a gamai at one side and you change sides, one hand goes up to the shoulder with the elbow pointing forward, like so. The other changes horizontally and the elbows touch each other. So from there, when we change feet, we do this before we go back. So we don't switch like this. We stab first with the elbows inside and then we go here. It's important that the elbows are on the inside and not over there. So this is wrong. Some people have a low, other a high stab. I don't care as long as the elbows are on the inside. So from here, whether you do this or this, I don't care. Okay. The other thing you should be familiar with is the defense. When we do a punch, this high part on the hand, you could actually call it the wrist, goes up to the head. Again, with the elbow in the middle. This is no good defense, so keep it in the middle. And then after this, we punch. So from there, keep it on the inside, keep your throat protected, and punch. Those are the two things you should be familiar with. Okay, let's do it. So, from edgy Dutch, again, with the stabbing motion, first the elbow goes onto the line from the knee to the shoulder, and then the hand into Gedengamai. From here to Gedengamai. Sulsuk, defense, punch. I'm not going to explain anything about the feet, you already know that. But the hands, it's important that you punch to the center, to your own plexus. Once you're here, switch hands. And now we do kasuk, defense, punch. And that's enough for now. Starting over. Sulsuk is the easiest one. You just move the hand upwards with the elbow in the middle. And then you punch. Nothing weird here. When going back with Insuk, it's important that you have a correct timing. This is quite often done wrong. Don't just step and then do this. It's almost at the same time. Bringing your hand back should help you step backwards. So that's the timing. When the feet are done, the hands are done as well. Make sure the timing is the same. With Kalsuk, it's a little bit strange because we switch hands. This would make more sense. But for whatever reason, we switch hands and defend with the other side. So, with Kasuk, switch hands in defense and punch. Step back, and now it starts to get tricky because we're going to make an angle. Look first, that way. And as we step to the side, we also point our fist towards the opponent. Now when the feet are together, we do the standing motion, and we get out. One more time, just the kasuk. Defense punch. As we step back, we keep it. Now we make the angle as we go to the side. Stabbing motion and out. That's kasuk. Okay. Gensuk is similar. As we go back, we look towards the opponent. Now when the feet are together, we make the stabbing motion, and we go back forward. Okay. Kosuk is similar to Gensuk. Once the feet are together, we look to the side, stabbing motion, and the feet should be at the same time as the hands. It's time for Tensuk, same thing, look, stabbing motion, hands. Again, notice the timing, same time the feet are done, the hands are done. And for the last two, there are two options. First, in Sisuk, you can either do this, so a stabbing motion and step forward, or a lot of people turn it into a punch, which is also okay. Defense and punch. It's both fine, both in Sisuk. And of course, the Taisuk, the step backwards, is the reverse. This one becomes the defensive hand, and at the same time, you are done. You go to Gedengamai, and you can repeat it on the other side. Okay, if the camera can come a little bit closer, let me just explain one thing that a lot of people do wrong. you should move the center of the body from side to side as you do the moves like Kolsuk. So let me just show Kolsuk. Once you're here, don't just put your foot to the side. It's important that you move your center, the center of your body to the side. Imagine if there's somebody who does a kick. If all you do is this, you're still going to get hit. So it's important that as you go to the side, you actually put some weight there. In many ways, let me show it from an angle. This last hand that I just showed should be on the new line. So imagine this being the line. Make sure this is in the view. As you go to the side, it's already on this line. This hand is on the line because I'm putting my weight on the kneel line. I'm feeling on this kneel line. All I have to do now is put my foot forward and I'm done. And a common mistake is that people do it like this. As you can see, it's not on the line. Then they have to move this way and then forward. It's slower and defensively it's not as good. So, once you go to the side, put some weight on it and stab towards where the opponent is, which is there. Okay. I'm going to do it one more time, a little bit slowly. Again, I assume you already know the defense, I assume you already know this. If not, ask your sensei. But this is how Unsoku Happo should look, sort of. Okay. Verkennen defense punch. Go back. Notice the timing. Kasuk, switch hands. Look to the side. Hand was on the new line. Tensuk, look. Hand is on the new line. Kosuk, hand is on the new line. Tensuk. Chisuk. And Taisuk. And of course, it's quite normal to do a kiai with the first and last one. So a lot of people do a kiai with the sosuk. So from here would be the kiai. And the last step after tensuk, here, when you do chisuk and taisuk, with the chisuk, again, most people will do the kiai. So with part 2, if you combine it with part 1 and what you already know about Taido, you should be able to practice Unsoku Happo on your own. Try it a couple of times and remember the tips from the previous video. Make sure you stay on the same height, don't go up and down. Make sure you move on the balls of your feet. Don't move on your heel or you will slip. And make sure that some people will check you so that you notice mistakes early on. You don't want to practice it the wrong way for 5 or 6 years. Make sure that you find out where to improve early on so that you will get to a higher level. Okay, this was Unsoku Happo part 2. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.